We're not here to incite any type of riot, any type of violence. It's all peace for everyone. But we know what the movement is all about. We don't need to be real specific because it's quite crystal clear what we're here for. So basically, let's be peaceful, let's be positive, and let's support one another, okay? Thank you.
Today we celebrate Juneteenth, but those who don't want to hear us, who think we're weak, who think we're quiet, who think we're afraid, who think we're divided, we want them to know that we are here because we, as the preamble to the Constitution states, we are the people of the United States.
Whose part?
Our part!
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 We have a broken system. The system is dangerous to our loved ones because we have to rely on the police to attend to our loved ones when they are in a mental health crisis. The police are not trained to deal with people in a mental health crisis. I created a year-long relationship with the police so that they knew that my black son belonged in the white community of Walnut Creek. They told me they couldn't help Miles because he was a danger to himself, a danger to others, or gravely ill. So what does that mean? It means that we are forced to rely on the police to attend to medical emergencies. Our loved ones need to be met with compassion, not guns. On June 2nd, 2019, my son Miles was having a mental health crisis, and the police were called for help. 4 officers arrived, and within 30 seconds, Miles was back, and seconds later, shot 4 times by 2 officers, while Miles was running away from them. This happened in a brightly lit cul-de-sac in Walnut Creek, where the last police shooting happened 7 years prior to another person of color, also in a mental health crisis. The officers who saw my son were aware that he had a mental illness. They didn't try to talk to him or de-escalate him in his medical condition. They were not trained. We need a non-police response to the mentally ill. We need money taken out of our police budget and allocated to fund mental health resources.
In East Oakland, we are fighting against the abandonment of the Oakland Coliseum for purchasing the Howard Terminal because we know that the Howard Terminal Stadium project means prioritizing profits over people. We know that the Howard Terminal Stadium project will destabilize the black community in both East and West Oakland and increase and speed up our displacement from Oakland. So we stand in solidarity with the ILWU across this state, across the entire coast, in shutting down and saying no. We have to get to a place where we prioritize people over profit. We have to make it clear that racism in America is a public health crisis. Between 2000 and 2016, 129 people died in police custody in this county. And we have not had any accountability. Only one case was prosecuted by the district attorney's office, and that was Oscar Rare. One case. If George Floyd had died in Alameda County, his family would have had to beg the district attorney to conduct an independent investigation because the policy is that they only investigate in custody deaths when the police use a gun. This is Alameda County. Alameda County where we are now. 20 people are less than 12% of Alameda County, but we have 50% of the people on probation and 49% of the people in the county jail. This movement has to make it clear that we have got to defund police.
Until you stop killing and harming us, we're going to hurt your pockets every chance we get. He's here today. Brother Danny Glover. We have to keep on watching. We have to keep on organizing. We have to tell the truth. And we demand justice. We demand peace. We demand justice in every way. We demand justice in our educational system. We demand justice in terms of who is going to police our community and what's going to happen in our community. Who's going to take on our community. We demand that.
We are still on the long road to freedom. Whenever the ILWU takes a stand, the world feels the reverberations. A powerful, collective thank you to the International Longshore and Warehouse Union. We remember stands against the internment of Japanese Americans in the 1940s. We applaud the fact that he stood with Martin Luther King and civil rights activists in the 1960s. We know that you radicalized the struggle against South African apartheid in the 1980s. And we thank you for supporting Mumia Abu-Jamal, for solidarity with the anti-capitalist Occupy movement, and for your resounding no to the racist state of Israel, and for those who call for justice in Palestine. I was thinking the other day that if I had not chosen to become a university professor, my next choice probably would have been to become a dock worker or a warehouse worker, in order to be a member of the most radical union in the country, the ILWU. All of your contributions to our struggles against racism and capitalism, against racial capitalism. And thank you especially now for speaking out against the brutal racist murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Rayshard Brooks, and the many others whose lives have been claimed by the structural violence of racism. Thank you for shutting down the ports today on Juneteenth, the day we celebrate the end of slavery, the day we memorialize those who offered us hope for the future, and the day when we renew our commitment to the struggle for freedom. Thank you, ILWU, for shutting down the West Coast ports today. You represent the potential and power of the labor movement. Hopefully, this action will influence other unions to stand up and say no to racism, and yes to abolishing the police, as we know, and yes to reimagining the meaning of public safety and security.
Thank you, Sister Angela Davis.
United!
feet. We gonna end systemic racism once and for all. ILWU makes some noise. I don't know what you want to do, but that's ILWU. One day, we'll all be free. What did the impression say? Keep on pushing. Take it from me. One day, we'll all be free.
No cops, no KKK, no fascist USA. 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 Back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist killers come. We don't need them, need them. Justice, justice. Racist police. All these racist killers come. We don't need them, police. Back up, police. We don't need them, police. Police. We don't need them, police.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, cause the power of the people don't stop.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, and the power of the people don't stop. High five or under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Supreme Court, I say stop that! Stop now! This is doing that! Yesterday! How many years ago? They're late! And so I say to you, if you celebrate pride, you're celebrating a riot! The riot!
Former member of the Black Panther Party, member of the Labor Action Committee, the Freedom Movement,
Or just get rid of the damn police. The Oakland police consume 40% of the budget in this town. Far more than they deserve. Their conduct, attacking and gassing peaceful protests, reveals that actually maybe we don't need the bastards. The majority of citizens still feel that they want to have a police force. They still hold illusions that the police will protect them. Recently, when we were marching, that was the 29th on Friday, when that Nazi shot those two guards in the federal building, he tried to make it look like we were the ones that did it. Wind up, he was a Nazi. He worked with a group called the LGBTQ, they're right-wing split from the Proud Boys. And they work with the police. Know that. Know that. How do you steal 50 Mercedes-Benz? How do you steal 75 Chryslers right out of the auto dealer at the same time this demonstration's going on? Either the police are in on it, they got their cut, or they are irredeemably incompetent. But really, to defund the police would require, and I'm gonna tell you what it requires, because this is not an argument, this is, we gonna work together on this. It will require a transformation of our entire society. To a socialist society. We of the Labor Action Committee, we are working with young people who are prison abolitionists, okay? And I think that's real good, because we also want to abolish the prison. A 1-month project, okay? We have to stay with this. We are involved in the campaign. The slogan is, no state execution by COVID-19 in the prison. What we mean by that is that people that are convicted should not be given a death penalty inside the prisons. Because it's spreading like wildfire, y'all. It's sad. In Marion Prison in Ohio, 80% of the prisoners have COVID-19. 80%! 50% of the prisoners in Chino have the COVID. I demand to release these prisoners. Every prisoner over 60 needs to be released.
I'm talking about primarily Black leadership of a hunger strike, wave of hunger strikes that have happened in an immigration detention center in Bakersfield, California. I'm here today as a Black woman, as an Afro-Latino woman, to say that immigrant liberation is Black liberation.
I spoke at a rally at Rockridge Park Station last Saturday, and they had us take a knee while they read off every name that we can find, every name that had been a victim of police brutality and police murder. And that list was so long that I couldn't even stay on my knee. I had to stand up because my knees started hurting that bad. That's how many brothers and sisters have been killed, murdered, senselessly by law enforcement. So with that said, let's have a moment of silence, brothers and sisters. Hats off, please. folks are the future. They're gonna make change. I can see it. They're gonna make change. They're gonna make more change than my generation. You know why? Because they understand. They understand the division lines that they can't allow. There's people call it race mixing. Oh, that's so dangerous, race mixing. You're not supposed to be race mixing, because they know when you all get together like we are out here today, we can't be stopped. They also don't want us age mixing. They don't want us talking to these young folks, and these young folks joining our causes and having their own causes and us marching down the street together. The powers that be don't want that, because they want to control all the money. They want to control all the resources. They want to decide who gets it and who doesn't get it. And when they start making those decisions of who gets it and who doesn't get it, it usually disproportionately affects people of color. We got a lot of young folks that have joined the Longshore Warehouse Union now. We got a whole bunch of young folks in the ILWU. And some of us old folks, we know exactly what to teach them. So this ain't gonna be the last time you see us ride. This is just the beginning, brothers and sisters. You know, we used to say, we shall overcome. Now we're gonna start saying, we shall take over. So let this be a sign to all you elected officials. I know some of you are here. See all these folks out here? These folks out here don't want no A stadium downtown. We don't want that. The A stadium can stay right where it is. It's already built. We don't want that. We don't want no police terror and police brutality. We don't want that. We don't want no systemic racism. We don't want that. We don't want unemployment to disproportionately affect black and brown people. What we do want, all brothers and sisters of all races, all colors, all genders, what we want to do is we want to live in peace. What we pledge to do as the International Longshore Warehouse Union, Local 10, is what we've always done in the tradition of our guiding principles. What we want to do, and what we will continue to do, is we will continue to make those connections in the community. We will continue to make those connections with other unions. We will continue to make those connections with all labor organizations. And we will continue to say in one voice, with our fists in the air, enough is enough! 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 Enough is enough!
Look up to the civil rights movement, for instance. That at its height, March on Washington, 200,000 people. We had, these past 2 weeks, millions of people in the street, all over the country. What's the next step? Because our power comes from the fact that we create the wealth. Wealth is power. We have the ability to withhold that power. We have the ability to withhold our labor. Shut shit down. We don't want to just ask for things to get better. We want to say, it's going to get better or else. They will be losing billions of dollars. Way more money than they would lose from whatever we could do in the street. I don't know if y'all know, but today, Tesla workers said, you know what? We're going to strike today too. We're striking today in solidarity with
the Black Lives Matter movement and with the shutdown of the West Coast ports. It went out on Twitter. 3 minutes later, Elon Musk says, it's a holiday, you don't have to come, it's all good. What we need to do is wherever you work, wherever you are during the day, that's where you need to be organizing. Because we need to be able to shut this down. We need to show them that we ain't asking, we tell it, and that we'll stop the world and make them motherfuckers jump off.
All my young people, please make some noise. Yeah. All my not so young people, make some noise. All of life starts going back about its business. We need you to keep the torch burning. Because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Not only that, I am a proud 20-year member of one of the strongest unions in the world, and that is the Longshoreman Union, ILWU. We shut down the port. They ain't making no money today. All of the millions of dollars, we said not today. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Welcome to the people.
My son was killed by OPD, Miguel Masso, who ran up out of here by the Oscar Grant Foundation and the Justice for Alan Bluford Committee, but he took his little craziness down to Hollister, California. We gotta take a stand on these police officers who sit by and watch as people's necks get stepped on till they can't breathe. We gotta take a stand against them so that they will stop this killing now.
Stop killing black people!
We didn't have a video with Alan. Thank God for Oscar's video. Thank God for George Floyd's video, because America is waking up. And everybody to go vote, because they tell you your vote don't count. It do count. If we show up, we throw their asses out of there.
Yeah! I'm gonna need all y'all help, to call in, bug that prosecutor. I'm here in every city. I need y'all to call in and bug them. We need to press this. Hey, Ferguson, love y'all.
Yeah.
Justice? No peace. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter. The significance of this moment is different. Do you guys feel that?
Yes.
This can't just be about yesterday. This can't just be about today. This has to be sustainable until we see real change. Is that right, folks? What do you think of when you think of Juneteenth? What's the meaning of Juneteenth for you? You know what Juneteenth means for me? It's a symbol. It wasn't the day that the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. That was September 22nd, 1863. It also didn't mean that slavery ended, because we know when was Juneteenth? June 19th, 1865. So 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, we now celebrate a day of freedom, but the reality is, it wasn't that at the time. That lead to our freedom, folks?
No.
So, Juneteenth is a reminder. It's a reminder of who we are, where we came from, and what we stand for. It started with our ancestors being taken from their homes, being taken from their families, being thrown in boats, and forced into servitude. Juneteenth also is a symbol to acknowledge those ancestors that we don't know. Just think about that. Most of the folks on stage right now can't tell you the name of their great-great-great-great-grandfather. Let that sink in. But you know what we need to do? We need to acknowledge our damn ancestors. Is that right? Our ancestors are some of the most resilient people that have walked this earth. Our Juneteenth is something that we're celebrating in this moment, but we deserve that this be a national holiday moving forward. Is everybody with me to make that happen?
The police, the prisons, the courts, the U.S. Army, all of these institutions serve the tiny millionaire and billionaire class to protect their interests. The U.S. state is their state, the capitalist state. The U.S. government, the entire state apparatus belongs to the capitalists, not the people. And this tiny class of millionaires and billionaires think that they can deceive us into turning against each other, or deceive us into turning to them and their politicians for solutions. What they don't want us to know is what the ILWU workers are showing us today with their work stoppage, that we already create all the wealth. We don't need the millionaires. We don't need the capitalists. And we don't need their police. The capitalists need us, but we don't need them. We deserve nothing less than an end to this system that has oppressed us and murdered us for hundreds of years. We have had enough. Our power comes from unity, and our power comes from organization.
Hey, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold on a second here. Hold on. If you want to speak, youngsters, let me tell you something. If you want to speak, come up to this stage like everybody else and wait your turn. Hey, all that yelling out from the audience and all that, that's not necessary.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hear you. We hear you. We hear Black Trans Lives Matter. I hear you guys out there. This is what we would like to say. As a union, the whole thing is called union. Union means what? That's the first thing. Black Lives Matter also means trans. Black Lives Matter also means any other person who's been oppressed. Next time the ILWU do something, reach out to us then, and then we will mobilize with you. That's what we will do. We have always been there, and we have never ducked no one. Black Lives Matter is a union. Come on up here, brother.
Where are the black trans people? Where are the black queer people? And the fact that they came to us and said, be quiet, that's why we got so loud. Because y'all are calling for unified movement, but you didn't think to reach out to black queer and trans people. We don't reach out to you. If you're organizing something, reach out to us. I laugh at the notion that we are being disrespectful. I laugh at the notion. I thought I had the floor. I thought I had the floor. I thought I had the floor. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Because if y'all were about unifying this movement and not elevating cis black men, we wouldn't have to be yelling right now. Let's talk about it. Like, let's unpack the divisions that are in the black community that most violently address the trans and queer community of the black community. This is your reckoning. This is for you to understand that we are here and we're not silent. We have been at the forefront of this movement since the beginning. I don't see any queer presenting people up here. We haven't seen any trans people up here. But you're talking about unifying a movement. Like, let's talk about it. Let's address it. Let's move forward together. But right now, I'm not feeling the unity that you just talked about on this very microphone. No, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the organizers. I'm not talking to the people cheering me on. I'm talking to the organizers bickering behind me. Calling me out of my gender. I am not a man. You didn't address me in any respectful way, but I'm being disrespectful when you invited me up here and then dismissed me?
All right, listen up, listen up. Listen up, brothers and sisters, listen up. Let's get some order back here. Didn't you just hear them speak? Didn't they just speak? Hold on, listen, hey! Okay, this is starting to get, no matter what you're disputing about, this is getting counterproductive. Hold on a second. You can't. Okay, if you're not gonna listen, stop yelling up here. How's that productive? Okay, we brought the brother up here to speak. What is the issue? Okay, listen, let's just shut this down. We'll just shut this down. The ILWU intended to do something good here today. Stop. Listen, the ILWU intended to do something good here today. I don't know how this got out of order like this. I don't know what the hell is going on here now. Okay, we're gonna shut this down, okay, and then you guys can organize a demonstration and you can do whatever you want.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, because hold on. This is about black lives. This is about we are black lives. So everybody, good night. Good night. God bless you. No. God bless you. Let's keep unity and peace.
People feel like they don't reach out to, but I worked my ass off to get on this goddamn list. And people are cutting in front of me. I just need people to back up and give me some space.
Listen, back up. Back up, please. Back up, please. Back up, please.
Fuck patriarchy!
Sister, what is your name? Imana's going to speak right now. Now listen, hold on. While this sister is speaking, give her some respect, please. Give her some respect and let her speak. Control yourselves, please. Let her speak.
Hello. I did not know I would be speaking today. I just arrived and saw everyone yelling and screaming, and that's not what this is. I think we can all agree Black trans lives matter. All Black lives matter. No one needs to be yelling, screaming. I saw people fighting. We are all fucking here for Black lives. I don't know where she went, Christian. I heard everyone say, let them speak. I tried to let her speak. She has left the establishment. But for her, I'm gonna let her know her name is she. Her pronoun is she. Someone said, let that woman speak. She is a sister with this movement. And let's let everybody else speak as planned. No fucking fighting. No screaming. We are all Black, or you're an ally, or you're a person of color, or you're trans, or you're queer. So stand fucking together.
This is not what we are here for. We are not here to not include people. We are not here for that. We thought at the beginning of this demonstration we made it clear what we were here for.
All the Caucasians to the back. First off, y'all let 2 white people speak before y'all let a trans Black person speak. That's hella fucked up. It's time to talk about how the Black community ignores women and trans people. We deserve to have our name said. Thank you. I'm a proud Black queer woman, and I want to hear more voices like us. We shouldn't have to reach out to you. You should reach out to us because we're here. Hey, we're not about to talk about whether trans people deserve rights because we do. That's not even a conversation. Fuck that. I'm speaking to y'all because y'all didn't hear. Obviously we're here.
My name is Leo. Brothers, can I please? I want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. All right, y'all. My name is Leo. I'm a non-binary Black person. All I want to say right now is all Black trans lives matter. I love us and I love you. I want to talk to you so badly. You're our fathers. You're our brothers. You're our siblings. We grew up with you. We walk in these streets for you. Ever since the beginning, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown Jr., all Black men, and we showed up for you because we love you. We are all Black. We want to show up for you, and we need you to show up for us in all the ways that we can. So, if you, rest in power to all of the beautiful Black men who have died. But rest in power to all of the beautiful Black trans siblings who have died as well. That if we truly band together in unity, we would pander to the folks who are at the bottom of this fucked up hierarchy. If you're going to stand here and say that an injury to one is an injury to all, and you want us to feel that and hear that, which we do, then you have to see that the injuries happening to the Black trans community are an injury to you. Are an injury to all of us. We love you so much. But we gotta be loved too. And that means in our gender, in our sexual orientation, yes it does. It does have shit to do with it. Because I just explained. White people came, colonized, and taught us about queerphobia, about transphobia, about homophobia, and now we're sick with it. Black trans women are dying in male prisons. This is an epidemic. It's an emergency. So when you tell us to wait, when you tell us to shut up for now, be respectful, that's about respectability politics. We are grounded in love. So when we hold on to our own pride and our ego and say, yo, I know I did you wrong, but let me justify why I did it over and over and over. We don't feel was done wrong when you misgendered her. They were all done wrong when you told them to be quiet and be respectable. Over and over and over, silence their voices. We love you and we feel the love, but I believe that if we actually stand in unity, we stand for the most marginalized and the people who are continuously getting shut on. We're supposed to feel safe.
All right, thank you, sister. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. You guys back up, please, back up. Back up. Listen, like I said before, this event is not about exclusion, okay? I'm going to allow this sister to speak. And before she speaks, from Trent Willis, president of the ILWU Local 10, I apologize for calling you brother. We are in this fight together. We're in this fight together.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me good. So, what is happening? No, because first and foremost, it's about community. And if they're not okay, I'm not okay. And that's what needs to happen with all of us as Black people. Because the experience I had because first and foremost, everyone behind me who called me disrespectful, while yes, people who I was with had a megaphone and they were speaking, who am I to silence a Black woman with a megaphone? And who are you to silence a Black woman with a megaphone? Because she's not feeling heard, so she elevated her own voice. But then when we were approached, the experience I had when I came up here was not of inclusion. It wasn't of unity, which was what was called for before I got on this microphone. If you're calling for unity, you have to check your own privilege in the community you're a part of. Because to all of the brothers and organizers behind me, this is no offense to you, this is a check your privilege. Because someone told me I had a lot of power when I came up here, and it's only because the marginalized group was behind me. But y'all have the power because you organized this movement, and for you to say that queer and trans people should have reached out to you when you were organizing, you should be reaching out to them. That's it. Not being disrespectful. Am I? Okay, first and foremost, to the crowd, I know y'all are behind me, and like, y'all agree with me, so my community work isn't with you. My community work is with the people behind me who are still oppressing people. So when you say pay attention to the crowd, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. They need to be. Because if we're going to lead this unified movement of all Black bodies, it has to start with the organizers. Because we are the marginalized. You can't expect marginalized people to reach out to you to be less marginalized. Like, the math's not right. It's not unified if it's performative. It's not unified. My entire message is to you to understand that you have power. You have a platform, and the fact that, like, it's not being utilized to include everyone, and the fact that people are still yelling, the fact that every person on this stage pretty much called me disrespectful when I responded to an invitation. That's not unity. That's not unity. Like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? And the fact that someone who had to, according to y'all, disrespect and bull rush this stage, is getting this reaction from them, means that y'all have a lot of work to do.